Hey man, you have time for one question? What is? Yeah, what is the one thing that
as long as you're
would
not
be?
filming me, I don't give you consent to film me.
We're in a public space.
Well, I don't want to answer your question.
Well, could you just? It's a really easy question. What's the worst thing to be? Either a racist or a pedophile?
I don't know what you're using your video for. I don't know what your intention is, or I would want to hear more about what you're doing and what your project
It's
is.
for a YouTube channel.
What's the YouTube channel and what's the organization?
It's Teenis.
What is it?
Teenis.
Which is what?
Or Peanut Arbuckle.
What is that?
It's a YouTube channel.
Okay.
And we're just asking a question. We always do this. We go around asking one question. And this is a hot topic.
I'm not comfortable answering your question without knowing who you are.
I'm Chad.
I don't know anything about you. I would want to know your background and what you're doing and your goals.
We're a progressive media source.
Oh, you're progressive. Okay.
Yes.
I think they're both big problems. I don't accept that you. I don't accept the premise that that one should be prioritized over the other. They're both problems in our society.
Right. But if you had to choose one.
I don't think your question's productive.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Have a good day.
You too.
Question? We're a progressive media outlet. We just have one question for you. What is the worst thing you could be? A racist or a pedophile?
That's a difficult choice, but I think they're equally bad, but I say pedophile.
Okay, great. Thank you. Hello. I'm from Beat on the Street Media. Can you answer one question?
No, I'm not good on camera.
Do you have a preference here? What's the worst thing you could be? A racist or a pedophile?
Ooh. How did it get? I don't think I can. They're both horrible.
You can't choose one. You got to choose one.
Oh God.
Pedophile or Nazi racist KKK Trump supporter?
I can't.
Okay, you can't do it.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
So I'm from Teenis Radio, and we're just trying to decide what is the worst thing you could be in today's political climate. Is that a racist or a pedophile?
Oh God. Neither of those are right.
It's a tough question, right?
I don't know if I wanna. Yeah, I don't think I can commit to.
No?
No, they both suck.
Yeah, they both definitely suck. And there's more racist, and you can put pedophiles in jail, whereas you can't put racist in jail.
Oh, we're looking at one right over there.
Right,
Yeah.
in the White House, right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, so it's a tough decision. How about for you?
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't
No?
know.
Okay. What do you think the worst thing to be is? A racist or a pedophile?
In today's political climate.
Yeah. Racist is worse.
And you have a whole movement. The street is dedicated to George Floyd, so I
Yeah.
would say racist.
Okay. Very good. For you?
I would say the same.
Okay.
Yeah.
Racist worse than pedophile?
Yeah.
Okay. In today's political climate, what is the worst thing you can be? A racist or a pedophile?
Ooh.
Tough question, right?
That's a tough question.
Because they're more racist, and it's harder to put them in jail. But pedophiles, maybe some people have said that it's a choice, right?
Mm-hmm.
Whereas racism, maybe not.
Jeez. That's a really hard question. I would say, honestly, being a racist would be worse.
Would be worse.
I would say that.
Okay, for
Yeah,
you too?
racist.
Yeah, racist is worse than a pedophile? Okay, great. Hello. May I ask you guys a question?
Sure.
Do you think it is worse to be a racist or a pedophile?
A pedophile.
Very good, thank you.
Do you like your pizza? Is everyone enjoying the pizza?
Have any of you enjoyed this special pizza here tonight?
Do you think it is worse to be a racist or a pedophile? Which is worse?
I think being, I don't even know how to answer that question.
It's a tough one, right? Because racist, there are more of, and you can't put them in jail like you can pedophiles.
Mm-hmm.
So does that help you make a decision?
I think it's, I don't know. I don't want to answer this question.
It's a hard one, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell which one is worse,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
A rapist, racist, or a pedophile?
A racist or a pedophile?
Well, what if the racist was a rapist versus just a pedophile?
I think that all of them are pretty bad.
Yeah.
So I think they're all in the same boat.
Okay, thank you. Hey man, I'm from a progressive media outlet. Do you have time for one question?
Sure.
Okay. What do you think is the worst thing to be in today's political climate? A rapist or a racist or a pedophile?
Loaded question, isn't it? Okay. What kind of media outlet is this?
It's a we're
What's the
called
name?
Peanut Arbuckle.
Peanut Arbuckle.
And you
I
can
think it's just a bad thing to be someone that would hurt anyone, period, no matter how physical or emotional.
Sure.
So that's my answer.
Thank you. Okay. What do you think would be the worst thing to be? A racist or a pedophile?
A racist or a pedophile? How about an uninformed United States American?
How about if you had to choose one?
How about they're both pretty bad?
Okay, fair enough. How about you, ma'am? Racist is worse than a pedophile. Okay, great. What do you think is the worst thing to be? A racist or a pedophile?
I don't know about that.
Thanks. Hello, can you help me? I have one question.
Yeah.
What is the worst thing you can be? A racist or a pedophile?
I don't want
Thanks. Hello. Hello.
Careful.
Can I ask you a question?
What?
Is it better to be a pedophile or a racist?
That's like asking, I don't know how to answer that question, to be honest.
Well, which one do you think would be the worst?
I don't know.
Okay. What if you had like a Trump supporter versus a racist?
I don't think that they're different.
Okay, well, what about a Trump supporter versus a pedophile?
I don't know that they're different.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Do you think it's worse to be a racist or a pedophile?
I think it's worse to be a pedophile, a bigot, and a racist all combined. I think it's worse to be a bigot. I think it's worse to be a pedophile, a pervert, and I think it's bad to be a racist also. I think it's bad to be all.
What if you had to choose one? What's worse?
I wouldn't be either one. I just want my love life back.
Tell me, what is the worst thing that you could be? A pedophile or a racist?
both.
But what is worse?
I don't want to rank them. I think they're both really bad.
Okay, so you couldn't make a decision, one or two? Okay.
I want to have to choose which one is worse.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
Have any of you enjoyed this special pizza here tonight called the shoah'd?
What is worse, being a racist or being a pedophile?
Racist is not a criminal offense. Not necessarily.
Should it be?
No, pedophilia is a criminal offense. I work as a lawyer.
Right.
But so pedophilia is a criminal offense, but not necessarily racist.
And so being a pedophile is worse.
For pedophilia, but not for racism.
Right. But in terms of what your moral standards are, what do you think is worse?
Oh, pedophilia. It's just a question of criminal. If you look at penal code,
Legality. Yeah.
So racism is not in penal code. Pedophilia is.
Right. Hello. I have one question for you.
And you ain't black.
What do you think is the worst thing to be? A racist or a pedophile?
They're both terrible. I can't compare evil, you know?
Yeah.
So they're both evil.
So you couldn't say one or the other?
No. There you go. What do you think is worse, to be a racist or a pedophile? I said they're evil.
Oh man, that's a really tough one, I suppose.
Because like people have said, you know, you can throw pedophiles in jail, but you can't throw racists in jail.
It's easier to hide your racism, I suppose, whereas maybe pedophiles have the urge. It's easier to catch them is a thing. Maybe if we throw all the race, it's like a chicken and egg situation, I think. Like, let's go for one, we'll get... great question. I don't
Tough
know.
question. All right.
I was curious what the right on.
Today's political climate, it is worse to be a racist or a pedophile. Okay, thank you.
Sure, what's up?
Okay, in today's political climate, is it worse to be a racist or a pedophile?
I think it's bad to be both. I don't know if it's fair to prioritize
I mean, it's
what's, fucking children or killing grown people,
Yeah, it's a hard question because
regardless.
pedophiles, you can put them in jail, but racists you can't, right?
I think right now it's convenient that the Trump Epstein thing came out about all the child abuse when all this BLM is going on, because we are paying attention to this and it needs to be paid attention. I think it's very important that everybody's out here showing face, regardless of what they're out here for. Just the amount of warm bodies is making a difference, just by showing that we care so much. But we do need to address, the pedophilia issue as well.
Very much so.
Something that needs to come next, I guess.
Yeah.
Because people, it's like if we divide our attention, we won't get as much impact. So we just need to organize that properly.
So they're equally bad, pretty much?
I would say so.
Yeah. Okay. Hey guys.
How's it going?
Hey, good. I'm from a progressive media outlet. Do you have time for one question?
I don't know if we're probably the best people to ask about.
Well, it's real simple. What is the worst thing to be in today's political climate? A racist or a pedophile?
That sounds like a trick question that I don't really want to answer, but we have some free food if you want it.
Climate, do you think it is worse to be a racist or a pedophile?
I don't think you should compare evils.
Some people are saying there's more racists and it's harder to put them in jail, whereas pedophiles...
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think that I don't necessarily think one is worse than the other. I think it's just that one is far more... I mean, both are violent and aggressive, even in passive ways,
right,
or even in physical, aggressive ways. Both are insidious, right?
Right.
And we, just like there are mixed messages and innuendoed messages in racism and the language that is used to surround it, and the coded language that is used to surround it.
Yeah, and the ways they hide.
The way that pedophiles do the same thing. Our society does the same thing. We have this fucked up way of sexualizing minors.
Yeah.
Ariana Grande was 19 when she sang Dangerous Woman, and it's all about sex, and she looks like a kinder whore.
Yeah.
She looks like a 12-year-old.
And they are really pushing that on children more and more nowadays, sexuality.
Well,
do you have a problem with that?
No, I'm gay as fuck. I mean, I think it's really important for people to have the language to describe themselves, to describe their sexuality, to describe their identity. But it's not, I don't think supporting pride, I don't think supporting queer LGBTQ plus people is harmful in a way that racism is, in a way that parents talk about black people around the dinner table at night. Like, what did your parents call black people sitting around the dinner table at night? Like, you don't have to.
Well, they were really progressive because I'm from a really progressive home, and I actually have black people all in my family.
Yeah.
So.
But I mean, like, a lot of times, like, you know, people will lead with, I'm not racist, but.
Yeah.
But that but is proving everything that you just said. And, like, the conversations that surround blackness, surround POC, like, the language may not be all 4-letter words and all the N-word, but it doesn't matter. Like, seriously, what do white people, all white families, how do they talk about black people sitting around the dinner table at night? Like, it's a real thing. Like,
yeah.
God, it's a fucking real thing.
Yeah.
I remember my mother is black. My father is Jewish. I am a mixed person. I identify as a woman of color. And I remember, like, you know, in certain spheres, I can pass for white, and I have to acknowledge that, right?
Yeah.
And I have to acknowledge that. But I also have to acknowledge that I have sat at some of my white friends' dinner tables at night as a kid and heard their parents talk about black people, and the language that was used to surround that was pervasive, and it was aggressive, and it was violent.
Yeah.
Even as, like, subtle as it can be.
Yeah, microaggressions. Yeah, right.
And but
sure.
the thing is like, microaggressions are what are what we are dealing with now. This whole movement is about microaggressions.
Yeah, and this is what happens when microaggressions become macroaggressions.
Yes, and
right.
I mean, although, like, it's really cute. I mean, let's be very, very real. This fucking sidewalk fucking chalk. Let's call it what it is. It's fucking sidewalk chalk on the street is a fucking slap in the face, especially by Muriel Bowser, especially by someone who has never had a relationship with the Black Lives Matter movement here in DC. This is a smack across the fucking face.
Yeah.
And to put some fucking sidewalk chalk on the street, to fucking put a post up that's Black Lives Matter, that's great, but that doesn't mean shit. And white liberals love to celebrate the symbolism of things as opposed to the actual policy. That's why we don't see half the people out here right now that we should, because they think that this fucking sidewalk chalk is a fucking victory, and it's not.
Yeah.
That shit is symbolism. It's all symbolism. It doesn't mean shit.
Sure, true, very true.
Especially when she is in. Okay. Muriel Bowser is such a fucking piece of shit. Increased the police department budget by $19 million when we are calling to defund the fucking police department.
Yeah.
She is increasing the number of armed law agents, police officers on the street by 4,000 to 2,000 by 2021. She is increasing the police when the point and the mission of Black Lives Matter is to defund and to abolish the police. So Muriel Bowser didn't do fucking shit with her sidewalk chalk.
Gotcha.
She didn't do fucking shit.
Very good, very well spoken. How about for you? For the original question, which is worse? Pedophile or racist?
I'm gonna kind of have to agree with what Leah said. Like, you can't really compare evils.
Yeah. Both equally worse, pedophiles
and also,
racist.
Like, they're both, like, have, like, lasting effects, and, like, really fucked up lasting effects, and, like, they're ingrained in, like, they're ingrained in our structures by, you know, racism and structural violence, but also, like, the sexualizing of children, and, like, the way we, like, refuse to want to talk to children and, like, young adults about sex in a mature way and have, like, proper sex education, but we're cool with, like, fucking, like, exactly, like, you know, really, really, like, just having these, like, images of them in the media of being, like, really sexualized. It's, like, this really, to me, very fucked up on either side.
And are you white, or do you identify as Jewish, or?
No, I'm white.
No, okay. All right. Climate. Politically, do you think the worst thing is to be a racist or a pedophile?
That's a hard one. Racist, in my opinion.
Racist
Yeah.
worse than a pedophile? Okay.
Yeah, because I guess with pedophiles, I mean, you can kind of like keep them away, but like with racism, it's like everywhere. There's so many.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you can be racist and a pedophile.
Yeah, there's just way more racists than pedophiles.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, great. For you?
I'd say the same. At least with pedophiles, it's against the law, and there's a way to contain it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no way to put racists in jail.
No.
Right. Okay. Be racist or a pedophile?
Oh my gosh, what a question. Interesting question.
Have any of you enjoyed this special pizza here tonight?
Soy boys.